Oh, what is this? It looks like a rustic Italian bread. A peasant bread, if I'm not. So, to start off, we make a little poolish. You get a whack in this semolina. We don't use semolina, mate. That's polenta. No worries. Anyway, check on the link in the bio. Now what we do is get that poolish, make it look nice and good, tuck it in for the night. Then, next morning, we wake up, open her up. Damn, look, it's all bubbly and funky and smelling pretty good. So, let's weigh out the rest of the ingredients. Now, if you want to know what they are, just take a look in the bloody thing, mate. Okay, whack it in. Give it a bit of a, hey, you're going, not bad. Now put the wet poolish into a larger bowl so we can stir it all around, scrape it all out with the spatula. Spatula's pretty good to use in this situation. Now keep it going, don't stop. Then get the rest of the other stuff. You already looked at what that was. That's a little bit of yeast going in there. Now you can chuck in a bit of the water. We're going to give that a bit of a stir up. Now we're going to add in half of the flour at first, and we're going to stir that up again and make a nice little bit of a batter. Whisk it all up, well, stir it up. Then when she's starting to come together and the lumps have faded away, add in the rest of the flour. That's it. Get that spatula back in. Oh, don't forget the salt. Now let's get that spatula back in there and stir it around, stir it up a little bit. You're going to fold in and incorporating the flour until it starts to look like a bit of a shaggy mess, to be honest, but that's exactly what we're looking for. Let's turn that out now onto the bench, and we are going to knead it. We're going to knead the dough. It's going to be sticky. Please do not add any more flour. You don't need any more flour as long as the work surface is clean. I wish it was marble. Keep kneading it. It's going to come together. It's going to be sticky and tacky. Guys, this won't be a quick thing. You're going to have to do this in about, it takes about 8 to 10 minutes until your dough becomes strong, smooth, and elastic. Oh, look at it. Yeah, okay. Oh, give it a little, that's the slap test. You know it's ready then. We can get it into a bowl. It's proofed for an hour. It's doubled in size. He's going to lay his work surface with some flour. Turn out the dough. What's going to happen next? Stay tuned. Here we go. Out it comes. Oh, it's degassing. He's degassing the loaf. The loaf is officially degassed. Shape it into a bit of a rectangle, if you will. Then it's called a bit of a fold. Fold it there and then fold it there into thirds lengthways. Pat her down. I reckon it's going to be thirds again, widthways. The dough has been folded. Now we can flip it over. Chuck it back in that same bowl. Tuck it in for another hour, and then we can come back and check on it. Okay, let's take a look. That's been another hour. Let's turn that dough out. Things are happening. It's looking pretty good. So we can once again degas. So we're going to push it all down, knock out all of that gas that's been building up. Lovely, looking really nice there. After that, we're going to grab each corner and fold it in. Grab the corner, fold it in, grab the corner, fold it in. Bring it all together. Bring it all together and pinch the seams in. We're going to make a nice tight ball. Leave it on the bench. And we're going to cover it up. Once it's a nice shape, the shape's looking good. It's coming along. Cover it with that bowl. Let it rest for 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes later, let's take a look. Ah, yes, it's feeling very nice. So we want to now shape the dough. We're going to have to turn it into a oval shape, if you will. Knock a bit of that excess gas out. Smooth it down. Try and get a lovely oval shape happening. Keep pressing away. It's looking good. It's looking very good. Let's change the camera angle here. Okay, so now we can see we're going to pinch the base, fold it up into a batard, or just think of a classic dough shape, a bread loaf shape. Pinching and rolling, rolling and pinching, twisting and moving, keeping it going. It's looking good. It could have been a little bit more bulbous in the center. Well, let's dust the cloth, seam side up. We're going to gently bring our loaf into our dish towel, fold it over and allow it, so we've shaped it, now we're going to allow it to proof, and this will stop it expanding or drying out in any way that we don't want it to do. Let's take a look at that. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Okay, 50 minutes to an hour later. Let's have a little look. Oh, it's looking absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's doing exactly what it should be doing. We've got our peel or a breadboard with some baking paper underneath. Now we can just roll it across. Seam side will face down, presentation side up. Absolutely perfect. Slide that across. Let's take a look. What can we do next? We're going to make our adjustments so it can go into the oven properly. Then we're going to get our razor blade and slice that open so we will allow the bread to expand in the way that we would like it to expand. Absolutely brilliant. Oh no, don't watch this part. This was some footage that shouldn't have gone in there. I'll try and delete that later. Don't you worry about that. Ooh, take a look at that. Sweet baby. Okay, now, the oven's been preheated to 260 degrees. I've got an old building tile I found lying around that I've sanitised. Chucked into the oven. It's nice and hot. Line it up. I had to put a bit of an angle here. And then you just whack it in there, give it a bit of a shake. We don't want to deflate the loaf, so we need to be gentle. All that heat's escaping from the oven, that's why we've turned it up to 260. I've also put a few ice cubes in there to create a bit of a steamy environment, and that's going to help with oven spring. Okay, it's looking pretty good there. We can probably close up the oven. It's all adjusted nicely. Alright, it's time to take a look at the loaf. That is looking absolutely fantastic. It's smelling amazing. The crust is developed. Beautiful colour. I've turned it halfway through cooking. Let's have a listen to that. That tapperoonie. Oh, look at that crusty boy. Beautiful isolation loaf. Let's slice that open and take a bit of a look inside. Oh, listen to that crunch. Look at the camera shaking. Ah, absolutely beautiful looking loaf there. A bit of a squiz. Irresistible. Oh, yes. Now, look at that crumb. Oh, it's even got some pull. It's got some chew. A delightful loaf. Highly recommend. Would make again.